right, folks, here we are, another job with Randy the Mandy. Show you what we got going on here today. It's a big, tall, dead, scary fir. It's got woodpecker holes in it, and we've got the really nice garage right here that they're worried about. Luckily, the neighbors are cool with us dropping it in their yard. We've got to get this fence down, but then we can just fall it in there, which is cool. Randy's gonna go up like a squirrel.
Probably about 10 feet, take a rope.
He's gonna tie a rope in it, and then we're gonna yard it over. It's just safer to do it that way than trying to make any big scary cuts. And we need to look at that tree, because that tree was not leaning when I showed up here the first time. I don't know if you can see that. But anyways, so we're gonna follow this tree there, and that's kind of the bulk of the job. Okay, so this is our little dessert treat after the fir. We've got these little guys. They're not that big. They're like 20 inches in diameter. So Randy and I will just each go up one of these, cut these down. Good thing they're getting rid of these while they're still not that big. They get big so fast. Here's Randy's awesome truck. And today we are running Makita. It's a 80cc Makita. I bought it and reviewed it. I went logging with it. I thought, you know, it's actually not too bad. So I sent it off to Nick Stockel, Redbeard Saws. There's the RBS, and he ported it. I sent it to him because I ran this in a Cottonwood where I tested chainsaw. Gordy's got the same saw ported, and I ran it, and I was like, wow, I actually really like that. So I sent it to Nick. I got it ported. That's what I'm gonna be running today. Should be a rip snorting good time. How's that tree feel?
You know when you like are spurring up it and I feel like the bark is like hollow feeling on it?
So great.
Yeah, and I keep hitting these soft pockets. So it's 100% go. I'll top it. I'll get up there. Look at that. Got a fun guy. Me up in the tree.
My truck is a lot bigger than yours, Randy. Did you notice that?
Damn it.
I have to compensate because you're like 6 inches taller than me.
Yours holds a lot more stuff. It's fully loaded.
You got a lot in here.
Are you in the passenger seat? Feeling the power? The 22.
Oh yeah, look at all this. Oh, it's good to know that you floss your teeth. It's nice to see.
Are they? Yeah.
Wait, how are you climbing that tree? Your sandals are in here.
Barefoot?
What are you doing up there?
Holy shnikes.
Doesn't make any sense.
That is digging in. To the point of almost uncomfortable.
They're really digging in, huh?
I just gotta keep going.
Yeah, it's gonna get way harder as you go up. I'm gonna wear these corks, just even though it's just one tree, they're so nice.
I'll be way better bucking it up over in that hill area.
Yeah. You ever worn corks, Randy?
No.
Dude, they're really cool.
I've never like worn them to work ever. I'm never out in those type of woods.
Well, I just bought them for when I go like timber falling, but I actually wear them for residential work a lot just because they're so grippy.
Pressic is not grabbing.
Oh, I was gonna give you one of those Stelios.
Could have been using a Stelio from Sappy Supplies.
Yeah. Best arborist store ever. Only store for Randy.
Only where you shop. Groceries. All the good stuff.
Groceries coming soon. It's all tube salad.
Dude, the only thing on the store.
Tube salad and Cinnabon for Randy.
Oh, don't even get me started. I didn't have one for a while. Got my mouth watering already. Say the magic words. So, I'll just wait for a little bit, but I'm going to need some assistance here.
Yeah, I'm coming. I'll be there.
Were you just sitting in the truck, my truck?
So put on my socks and boots. Just relaxing in the truck, trying to get some shut eye. Oh wow, you're not that high up there.
Oh wow, you're not that high up there. Yeah.
You on your way down?
I'm not a fast climber. Slug mode.
Do we need to whip out? I have my big shot. It's just gonna take us an hour. With
No.
aim.
I mean, it might take me an hour to get a little bit farther up.
What's going on with that fir next to you? Is that thing totally failed?
No, I can't really see much of anything. Too wooded.
The thing's pretty gnarly, dude. Yeah, I'll go up there right now. I gotta swamp that area out.
Oh, question, will you bring my chainsaw with?
You're still MS200T with the Speed Cut Nano conversion kit from Sappy Supplies?
That's the one.
Love that thing.
Yeah, I love it too.
Where is it?
It should be next to the tree, or maybe it's down.
All over the
I know
place.
it's there. Or is it? Jake, you're gonna kill me. It's on me. I didn't even check. I just put it on.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I just figured I wouldn't climb up something like this with my saw on, but I did. That's so funny.
What kind of an animal are you? You just don't even notice you're carrying a chainsaw? Oh, this little thing?
This guy? Get these things out of the way real quick.
Warm this baby up.
Time. Hey, Jake?
Yeah?
I'm gonna cut a few nubs.
I can just wait.
Oh, you're gonna work on the fence right now?
Yeah.
All right, I'm
Is that
chilling.
cool?
Yeah, I'm chilling.
No, you're not gonna hit me.
Okay.
Over here.
I'm gonna keep
Just
get
trying to
some
get
nubs.
this.
Bigger branch.
I'm gonna go look at this other tree.
Let me know if it's good. I can throw my rope into it and rappel down.
Oh.
Failing?
Yeah, dude. Failed.
Can't really tell from here. It
Trying
almost
to
looks like it's like a dead crisp top, you know, when it goes up to like a little 5-foot dead nothing.
Dude, this thing's failed, man.
It's completely failed.
I don't know.
Or
It's
just
hard to tell from the base actually, because it's covered in like dead leaves. It's like growing out of this crispy old nurse log.
Yucky. I'm really not feeling climbing up too much higher, Jake.
Yeah, no worries if not. If you're gonna tie it that low, maybe we should use a bigger rope and the GRCS.
I want to go another 10.
If that thing was nice, I'd say we should use it to remove this tree, but that thing's horrible. I'd say we can do two things. You can climb to the 50% mark and we can use the 1/2 inch rope, or tie it there and we use the GRCS. And I brought a 3/4 inch rope.
Definitely think we should use the big rope.
Yeah, because we're not gonna have much leverage from there. I do have my tree jack as well, but obviously the rope.
The rope, the higher, the better.
Yeah. So when I was here to look at this tree, this was obviously dead, but that tree was upright. And this thing is like, it looks like it's failed at the bottom. Now it's leaning right towards this. Ordinarily, if this were a stouter tree, we could go up, tie in, swing over, cut that, maybe set up block, maybe rig it, but that thing's really punky. We can't do anything with that without it being extremely dangerous. So basically, we're just gonna take care of this tree, and because it's just not an option to use to deal with that. I don't know what we're gonna do about that. We'd have to come back. We would have to, yikes. I'd have to think about that one, because it's the tallest tree in that area. Sorry, you playing the drums up there?
just inspecting as
I'll get you a thicker rope. You can just tie it there, I guess.
I'm gonna try to make it up to that third. Couple more feet, I think it would be, because there's a really dumb looking area up there that I don't really feel like going past.
Yeah, totally. I don't blame you.
Maybe I'm just being a sissy. Should I just start jumping up there and top it? No looking back.
Dude, I'll let it run, bro.
Yeah. Send me up the block. We're lower on the top.
So it's a fine line, right? Because, you know, I ended up in this situation with that job I did, Idiots with Chainsaws, that video I did. It was like my first job running my own business. I didn't set the rope high enough, so I had like basically no pull, no leverage on it. The higher you get the rope, the more leverage you have, and it becomes pretty easy to pull it over the higher the rope gets. This tree is really crispy dead, so it's dangerous to climb to the very top of it. I think what we'll probably do is, he has a 1/2 inch rope right now. We're gonna use a come along to pull it over. I think instead we'll use a 3/4 inch rope, tie it where he's at, and then set up a GRCS in the woods, so we'll have a lot more pull. I'll also have wedges and my tree jack with me. The problem with trying to jack a tree like that is that you're sticking the hydraulic jack in the wood, but it's so punky that if you can only lift so much before the wood just fails, you know? So the rope really is going to give us a lot more control getting this thing over. The jack can lift a lot of weight, but if the wood crumbles and fails, then the jack hasn't really done us any good. So we've got it for a backup, but we really want to have a rope in this thing. This thing's so heavy. And I'm really strong too. It's still heavy. Strongest person on the crew. I mean, look at my truck. You know,
It's big and bulky, just like you. Okay. I've reached my final destination.
I'm gonna come give you a bigger rope. I'm glad I brought this bigger rope. Usually I have no concept of weight. So it's strong.
I didn't even know that word.
Okay. Show you how to tie a slippery sheet bend. Like this. You just do a bite of rope like that. You just go over the bite with that rope. And then you just grabbing this loop. Come here, grab that. And then when Randy pulls the rope up, he doesn't have to undo a knot. He just has to grab the tail. And it all comes undone. Do that one more time. Tie a bite, go around the bite, stick your hand through the loop, reach around everything, grab this. Okay, go ahead, Randy.
Yep, coming up.
I hate trying to undo some crazy knot when you...
Yeah, I hate it the most when someone just sends you up a block in the rigging all goofed up. You're just like, what on earth?
How tall do you reckon that top is? And how far away do you think that tree is from you?
The failed one? One moment. I can almost reach.
Oh man,
The
how
top.
tall is it?
I want to say 25, probably 30 feet.
Ah, that's tough, man, because it's like that tree's about to not be there anymore, the one you're standing in.
Yeah, I know. It's like
But if you top it, and if it snags these maple limbs, it's gonna swing out butt first.
butt first and annihilate that gutter.
We just gotta circle back to that tree later.
Comes in tail. I can reach that with the chainsaw.
You can?
Let me see. I can reach a crappy cut with the chainsaw.
Man, that's tough.
I'm Casey, the owner.
Nice to meet you. I'm Jake.
Jake, nice to meet you.
When I came here that first time, it looks like that other tree has failed since then. You see the green one?
Yeah, yep,
It's leaning really hard this way.
it sure is.
It's like failing, and it's leaning right towards the garage. We've kind of got these two options. Randy can reach the top right now, and he can make a cut, and it's just gonna fall wherever gravity takes it.
Okay.
But we're a little worried about it, you know, snagging this maple and swinging out and hitting this. He can cut it, see if it works out. Otherwise, if we want to know for certain and be really careful, we got to take this tree down and we got to come back and figure out something kind of crazy for that one.
I'm open to getting it taken care of, so don't not come up with a game plan, if you will. I just would rather be safe than sorry, and like you said, that wasn't leaning.
Yeah.
What you guys do.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah. No, yeah, I don't even like looking at it. Yeah.
Because if that was leaning before, I would have called you on that one too, but something.
And because I came out here, I would have noticed it.
Right. I think I would have too. Whatever you guys can come up with as game plan and not do any damage, let's get it done.
Jake, can I come? Or am I not?
Yeah,
cutting?
come down.
Okay.
I think we can come back, Randy, and use this maple to take
The one
care of that
on the
fur
other side of
properly.
it?
Yeah,
I think so too. I think it could be.
I think that's probably the
can be
safest way to
done.
do it. Okay. Never ceases to amaze me how heavy the GRCS is.
Generally, it's a heavy piece. You're not back there doing it by yourself, are you?
I am, Randy.
Oh, no.
Hardest day of my life. Most difficult thing I've ever done. Alright, start walking back to back 40.
I'll be right there. What else do you need to have brung?
I need the bollard
Okay.
and just your big strong body.
Coming.
Big strong 6'10"
1,
body.
6'10".
Whatever you are. Oh, you know what we need? We need
What's
a
up?
block to redirect the rope straight into
Is that in your truck?
my truck. Top shelf, passenger, closest to the cab. It's a big 3/4 inch impact block. I hate it when people don't put that over the GRCS and they bend it all up, you know?
Yeah.
I just want to kill people like that.
Me too,
Just want them
man.
to die.
Just get hit by a train or something. Something gruesome.
Yeah, I just
fall from a hot air balloon with no air
just
parachute.
wanted to die painfully. It's not too much to ask. Yeah, back in the good old days, you just kill somebody for looking at you wrong. You know?
Looking at you cross-eyed.
Look at you cross-eyed.
Maybe they may not have a real problem with it, but it's not my problem, so I kill them.
Call me old-fashioned. Miss the days you could just kill a fella.
Just kill a chump. Breathing wrong.
Those were the days.
No, I cannot believe how sweaty I am. I must have been real nervous on that climb. All right, 1 impact block, bullet and cranker, or wench and cranker coming.
Wedge and cranker? That's what they call us.
Yeah.
I'm Wedge and you're cranker.
Oh, you got that on by yourself? Man.
It was easy.
Avery, I've been waiting here for like 20 minutes, man.
I'm gonna start swamping out. Alright, that's better. I try to really clear out a work zone. Look at that. It's just good to clear out area around the tree. Are you rigged up by chance?
I am. I gotta put it on the strap, and you tell me.
Okay.
You want me to put it on and start cranking?
It couldn't hurt. I just want to see what kind of, if we got any movement in it, you know?
Okay, give me a sec. All right, I'm gonna start cranking a little bit.
Wow, that thing is dead. It's already wiggling. Yikes, dude. Okay.
That's like,
Pretty tight?
yeah, pretty
Okay.
tight and
So
kind of straight.
I would say let's get you a nice path to run before we cut this.
Are you sending it kind of directly at me?
Yeah, exactly.
My path is I'm going up that way. I see it. I just need to get a
Do
saw.
you need a blaze a trail?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, I'll get you a saw.
All right, we got that down.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get my wedges.
I'm gonna cut some of those cedar branches. See where it's all scrubbed up
Okay.
right there?
Cool.
Hopefully it'll make it go a little better.
So because this thing's so punky dead, you know, when you're dropping these trees, there are basically two ways to do it. There's sheer force, and then there's a certain amount of manipulation that can happen down here on the stump, and that happens by lifting the tree and cutting the knot, lifting with wedges or a jack and using the notch and everything. And when trees are this dead, you lose control on the stump. All I'm trying to say is we're going to be relying mostly on the rope because we just want to force this thing over. With sufficient pull and the rope, you can get it to go pretty much any way. The stump, we hope for the best down here with the wood, but if the wood is too crumbly down here, there's only so much control you get without a rope. You definitely have a good spot to run.
Yeah.
I'll probably be like, okay, pull, 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 and then I want you to go marathon mode.
Uh-huh.
And then once we've got it, run, you know what I mean?
Yep. When I see it going, I'm taking off like as fast as a 230-pound man can.
All right, let's start this. I'm right at Randy.
How's it looking inside?
Pretty punky, man.
Yeah?
I mean, there is solid wood, but it's like pretty rotten.
Pretty hardwood.
See, I went too long here, so then I recorrected. I think that should be fine.
You want me to crank it all?
Maybe just a couple cranks to see how it looks.
Crank them.
Yeah, that's good. Just hold it.
Yep.
This is gonna close. That's gonna probably crumble, but that shouldn't be a big deal. That shouldn't change the direction of the tree at all. Yeah, I might just do the old, make this into a gapped face. That way it'll just be a little cleaner. Show you what's going on here with this ugly face. So at first I came in on my undercut and I was long, and it probably would have been fine, and I fixed it, but then I fixed it and then I had, so I was like, you know, I think it's fine, but I had this scarf in here, the curve, so I thought, you know, I've got two options. I can go with the face cut that I'm 90% sure will be good enough, or I just take a little time and make this into an open face notch, or a traditional Humboldt is what they do in the redwoods on big trees. So I figured out, you know, I'll just open this up. It's a better face cut anyways. It takes longer to close, so you get more control, and then it hit the stump and slide off. You know, my friend Jed used to do this on really critical shots. This is what Anton does in the redwoods. So first I just had a regular Humboldt, which would have been fine, but why not just take a few more minutes and just make it, it's not the prettiest cut, but it'll function well. I'm gonna start this back cut, Randy.
Yeah, here we go.
All right, let's do this really slow.
Yeah, you tell me when to crank and what you want.
I cut, you crank, I wedge. I cut, you crank, I wedge.
All right.
A lot of people don't realize that these gunning sights, they work on the back cut too. Just point this right at Randy's handsome face, and you know, the gunning sights can help you kind of line up your hinge. I mean, my hinges usually are pretty ugly, but the sight works both when you're gunning it and on the back cut. Triple taper, K&H wedge, 10-inch, available at sappysupplies.com. Softwood. Give it just a little bit of cranking. Okay, hold it. Did you crank it a lot?
Yeah, I just cranked it like a one little marathon mode turn.
Okay, hold on. Okay, crank it one turn. Does it feel pretty easy?
Yeah, still feels pretty easy for me.
I think, hold on, let me just do the old double stack.
Oh, he showed up.
Yeah, double stack showed up. All right, I think we're about there. I just wanna, let me just get a feel for it. How did that feel, Randy?
Very easy. Like
Very
it's like
easy.
when you're wedging, it's loosening up my rope so I can go.
Okay, let me get out of the way. I think we got it here. All right, we're all cut up. I'm out of the way. We've got what I'm estimating is about a 10% hinge. I've got some wedges just kind of holding it in place. And now Randy's just gonna crank and run. I need to find a safe place to stand. Okay, Randy, go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna crank it over.
Crank it
I mean,
over.
when it's going for sure.
Keep going, keep going. Keep going. Timber!
I'm out.
Perfect. Look for hangers before you walk up to the stove.
Yeah.
Look at, pulled all that wood out, just, I mean, that was cut too. It's just so weak. The wood is horrible. I wouldn't have wanted to try to do that without the rope, man.
No. I was up in that thing.
You see, it held on for a really long time because of that nice opened gap, you know? We call it gapped face cut, traditional Humboldt, a few things, but you know, it's able to hold on for a long time, and then it closes and it hits the snipe and it just shoots off. But functionally it worked really well. I'm glad that I just took the extra few minutes instead of just having a sloppy Humboldt. I kind of fixed it and then had a sloppy traditional Humboldt.
That was awesome, Jake.
Perfect. Thanks, Randy. Good job. Randy killed it.
I was moving a little slow from all those snacks. I was wondering if I was gonna make it out of the drop zone.
Yeah, whew, glad that's over.
Yeah, now we're gonna go bucking nuts.
Go buck wild. It's easy to judge this thing because it is a Makita.
I like Makita.
Try it out. I was surprised. I mean, I was surprised enough to send it off to Nick to get it ported.
Maybe not. Thought it did. Thought I might need to cut a little more.
What do you think of that Makita?
I think it's not bad at all.
It's better than I expected.
Definitely better than I expected, for sure. Ooh.
Oh, look at this. That was a pretty stressful tree.
Yeah. For being one type of cut, you know, it's very Very stressful.
I just hate it when they're that squishy, when they're that mushy and tall. These cottonwoods are gonna be like nothing. All right, now we're just gonna take down these 2 cottonwoods. Nice flip line you got there, Randy.
Brand new from Sappy Supplies.
That's very nice.
3 meters?
4. 4 meters, yeah, 12 feet.
12 feet, sorry.
Yeah, I haven't added those to the site yet because I haven't been able to keep up. I haven't been able to get many of them. It's been kind of slow.
So
I've got like
special, you ever had to add?
Yeah, I don't have any more. That was the only one I had.
Suckers.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I'll have more soon, but I cut mine. I cut my Stilio. It definitely has steel in it. So I'm using the Gibbs Climber, which I also sell in Sappy Supplies, and these spurs as well. Buckingham Bucklight Titanium spurs. Edward sent me this Tree Rex harness to try out, and this rope, this Bucko rope. Seems to be pretty good stuff.
Yeah, so that definitely goes around. I forgot to put on my spurs. But it goes around nice.
You gotta really dig your toes in.
Yeah.
I actually have a story like that. So I met this kid. He was like, I was pretty young, but my buddy's friend, he was probably like 20. And I had just gotten my gear and I was showing my friends my gear. And this kid, he's like 20, he was from Samoa. And he was like, oh, you don't need any of that stuff. What are you doing? And I was like, well, you need it to climb the tree. He's like, no, you can just climb with your hands and feet. And I was like, you can't climb that tree with your hands. It was a fir about this diameter. I was like, you can't climb that with your hands and feet. He was like, watch this. So he takes off his shoes and he walks up to the tree and he jumps up and he grabs with his hands, he grabs his feet and slides right down. Just skins his hands and his feet.
By the bark.
Because you can climb some palm trees like that, I guess.
He did it like bear
but he was
style
just
palm
like,
trees,
it was so funny. He's like, you don't need spikes, just grab it. And I was like, you do it.
Yeah,
but it was like thick bark fur. Oh yeah, it just mangled him. He was like, oh, I see. At first, I will admit, I was a little nervous. I was like, oh man, he's gonna climb with his hands and feet. I'm gonna feel like an idiot.
Not happening on those trees.
Yep, Buckingham Bucklight Titanium spurs. These are really nice and they're pretty expensive. Rope Runner Pro, available at Sappy Supplies.
Stilio.
Yeah.
Nano Speed Cut.
I'm starting to get a lot of stuff. I
think that's sick.
Everything.
Soon to carry this HRC.
I'm gonna.
Are you gonna?
I took a picture of it.
Well, then I won't have to.
Well, you use it if that's what you use.
I definitely. That's my go-to. Oh man, that new flip line feel.
Really flippy.
Super grippy. It just makes me climb extra fast. Hey, you're still down there?
I am. Because my flip line is like 2 feet longer, so it weighs me down. See, you're not in the sandals.
I honestly feel like I should have tried to climb with them on.
Let's see what it's like.
Make a fool of myself. Nice pruning cut.
Thank you. Certified arborist. Certified
arborist, baby.
Certified. You really have just been using your hand. I haven't even heard you fire up.
Okay.
Call me old-fashioned.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to go not so old-fashioned here right now.
Do it Randy style.
Yeah. I'm gonna end up.
All right, sitting the top.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let this one rip because there's a power right there. I've had one of those blow up when I'm like closer than this to it.
Yeah, oh really?
Yeah, like it scared the crap. It was like boom.
Yeah, they don't blow up gently.
No, that and that word don't combine together very well. Little increments.
Dude, cottonwood's so brittle.
Yeah, I'm not, I want to, I didn't even need a chance off of that. This is the longest flip line I've had in a long time, so it's weird looking down and seeing such a long tail.
Yeah. It's not even that long.
I know, I try to stick to those little guys. Yeah. That way I don't have to do the big trees.
Nice.
Plan behind it. almost there.
Slash cut this, but it go right on my rope. Brink smaller so you can hold it?
Yeah, made like a little grip on it.
Good idea.
It didn't really work out though. Mainly works best with fir branches. I'll turn that off. Whoa, Mr. Wobbly up there. Good thing I'm not up there. It's big old fat guy on a little pole.
It leans backwards.
I don't like that either. Are you about to top or Harley that thing?
To what?
Oh, sorry. You're about to top that thing?
Yeah.
All right. Cut some stuff real quick while you're doing that.
I think I can push this. I'll wait for you so that mine might hang up in yours.
You're gonna wait for me to top it? Are you coming at me?
I'm going right towards our pile.
Oh, okay.
I'll just wait for you.
Okay.
Won't be long.
It won't be long if that moves like that.
I'll start punching now to soften the wood. Gotta tenderize the wood. To tenderize it. Yeah. You ever have like old tree guys that are always telling you, yeah, cut into the meat of it. They call the wood the meat, you know?
Like the hinge wood, like,
yeah,
you gotta get down to the meat of it,
a lot of meat in there. Or yeah, so you got more meat on this side.
Yeah, I would definitely give it more
why,
meat.
why you just call it wood?
Because it's meat.
Cut into the meat of the tree, or like...
You're gonna want that
Like,
same...
yeah, cut into the meat of it.
Save out that meat.
Wood. Let's call it wood.
Yeah, look at this. I'm not a fan of stubs, but sometimes I leave them.
Yeah, you're so naughty.
It's very naughty. Oh boy, fat guy on a little tree. I think I'm gonna tie in now.
Set a block.
Set a block, I'm gonna walk back down, go get the rig line. All right, face cut. Ow. Missed it. Back cut. I did it.
See if I can push this bad baby over. Okay.
Yo.
Oh.
Oh, did you miss the clip?
Wiggly. Yeah.
Ah, I hate that. That's my worst pet peeve. Is
Yeah.
when it falls off the hook.
Because I am used to a different hook, so.
Oh, it's got a different saddle on.
Yeah, a different saddle. Just replay it, put the top back.
Yeah, rewind it. Here it comes. Heads up.
Ooh, nice.
And that is why I like the battery saw better. It just, you pick it up, you don't have to start,
I know,
kill your shoulder, which has just been killing me lately.
Your shoulders have?
Yeah, I can't wait to get back my battery saw here in like a week or so.
It's amazing how user-friendly they are.
Man, that bar and chain combo. Especially with those West Coast 3-point dogs. I got them for...
You have them?
Yeah, I got them on this,
Oh,
and I
nice.
have them for my battery
too.
saw, but I haven't been able to use it yet.
Yeah.
I really liked it when I used your battery saw with the 3-point dogs. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
this thing is really wobbly.
Yeah, it's Wobble Town for sure.
I saw Husky just came out with a new version of their 540 gas.
Oh, that's awesome.
Just
I've seen
updated
that.
it. And then, you seen that saw Mitch has got? That Milwaukee?
Yeah, the Makita on Milwaukee.
Pretty good.
All the trials on it seem like he's...
It looks good, yeah. I actually really like doing cottonwoods this size.
Oh, these are the, like, I hate to use the word fun and cottonwood in the same senses, but if there was a cottonwood to do, these are the ones to do. Oh! Nice, nice.
Yeah, teamwork. So are you not working with them?
Did you bring your 880?
I did.
Oh,
Dang
man.
it! I didn't. My biggest saw is my 395 with a 42-inch bar.
For the 46-inch bar?
42.
Oh, perfect. That'll do it on this for me.
Yeah, barely big enough.
It'll get me through it.
This will be my first video that I've filmed since having a baby. I haven't filmed anything since we did that last cottonwood job. Seems like all I do are cottonwoods.
Yeah.
Wrapping this up, well, that's it. Thanks for the work, Randy.
Thank you. Thanks for having me out. That was awesome.
Yeah, so fur's down, the cottonwoods are down. If you need any trees, sometimes people don't ask me to do their trees because they think I'm famous or something, but I am available for tree cutting if you need your. But yeah, if you want any tree work, I actually put a price sheet. I listed my services and prices on my website, guiltyofTreason.com. But you know, if you're in Washington State, I live in King County, so kind of Pierce, King County area. If you want me and Randy to come out, we will chop your trees down. We will get them on the ground for you. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you later.